And we're going to jump straight into the action here with this big hand at live at the bike with Phil Hellmuth and Eric Hicks. Blinds are 100, 200 with a big blind ante. And Eric Hicks actually just calls the $200 under the gun here. Not recommended. I believe he definitely should be raising here, ladies and gentlemen. But Phil Hellmuth kind of falls for the trap here and actually puts in the raise to 2,000 here in hijack. Pretty good sizing with all the dead money out there. And then Berkey is actually going to come in with the 3-bet here in big blind, putting in the 3-bet to 5,500. And Eric Hicks actually then pretty much limp raises to $20,000 with the ace king suited. Phil Hellmuth is in a really tough spot here. They are playing a little bit over 100 big blinds deep. Could see him bumping it up or calling here, but of course with the limp raise, it is really, really strong here, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be worried about him having aces, of course. So Phil does put in a flat, and we do go to a flop of 10, 9, 3, all diamonds. Diamonds are forever as usual here, and Eric Hicks does put out a wager of roughly 50% of the pot, coming in for 20,000. Do like the size here, can definitely be setting up a triple barrel here with that size on turn and rivers. And Phil Hellmuth does put in the call, and the turn brings in the 8 of hearts. Pretty good turn for Eric Hicks still. Very unlikely that Phil Hellmuth does have Queen Jack suited here. So he's not really worried about anything. I mean, he has the nuts. At least the board isn't pairing yet. And here he does put out a bet of $50,000. Does say check there, but he actually put out a bet of $50,000. And let's actually go to the commentary to see what they're going to be talking about here.
Holy shit, that's like huge.
50 ball.
My husband almost opened his law firm down there, but he thought maybe people.
And Hellmuth is just getting chopped down like a tree in the olden days.
You know, he like
I
kind of
can't see him folding to this bet. Eric's been pretty crazy.
Right.
We got lucky on the office.
He could have queens. He could just have an ace king with a diamond. He could have a lot of hands.
It's actually really, really convenient. It's really
Can't see Phil folding the kings here.
The whole thing is the school's next door.
He's going to want to at least see a river in position.
the best
What if
thing
I have
ever.
2 red aces? Is that good?
10 seconds.
Or do you got to draw me?
Phil's in there. He's not going anywhere. And if this river is a brick,
This is the biggest pot I played in a long time.
And while Phil Hellmuth is making his decision here, they do get into a little banter talk here. Phil actually asks him, does he have pocket queens? Which he wants him to have pocket queens because he is way ahead of that hand. Unfortunately, Phil does not have a diamond in his hand, so he cannot draw to a flush. So he kind of really doesn't want a diamond to come here on the river. And he even says, what if I have red aces? Are those good here? But Eric, of course, knows Phil does not have red aces. And he pretty much has the stone cold nuts because he has the ace of diamonds in his hand. And eventually, after all of that, Phil does put in the call. So we're going to be going to a river here. And it comes the 4 of diamonds. And this is a horrible, horrible, horrible river for Eric Hicks. Obviously, he wanted it to just come a brick card like a 5 of hearts, a 5 of clubs, just anything like that, a king. I mean, there's just so many blank cards that can come on the river, but unfortunately it does come another diamond here. The pot is at 185,000. Phil Hellmuth does have less than a pot size bet here, and Eric could actually go all in here, but it's going to put Phil Hellmuth in a really rough spot with calling with just pocket kings based on the run out and not having the king of diamonds in his hand, of course. And Eric also has the king of diamonds. So let's actually go to the commentary and see how this river plays out.
this is the lifeline he needed. He's not going to be happy. He's going to be in mega tilt. He thinks he just got sucked out on. Meanwhile, he just got saved. $156,000 that he probably would have lost if this was... Is Eric looking Eric check, but no, he's just thinking about it.
50,000.
And he bets 50 again, and oh man, he's just trying to milk him, but Hellmuth can't beat anything now. And he knows it.
Oh my God, nothing.
He's sure he just got sucked out on.
Oh my God.
And he calls! Oh my God, he pays it off.
And with the river coming to 4 diamonds, like I said, Eric does come out with the nice, beautiful bet of just $50,000, roughly 30% in the pot. I really, really, really love this size in here by Eric. He has both of the best diamonds in the deck, the ace of diamonds and the king of diamonds. At this point, it is very hard for Phil Hellmuth to call an all-in jam. I believe Phil Hellmuth is more than smart enough to just fold to an 80% size or so on the river jam. So yeah, he's just not going to be calling there. He puts out a really small enticing wager, which he can still possibly have bluffs here. So that's why Phil Hellmuth actually thinks about it for literally a couple of seconds and then does find the call here. I mean, I personally don't like the call here. Like I said, he could possibly have bluffs, but it's just like you have to think about the pre-flop action with the limp raise. Limp raise is just too strong in poker, ladies and gentlemen. If this was your casual 4-bet pot, maybe you can find a call here sometimes, but yeah. And Eric Hicks has been getting out of line during this whole session at Live at the Bike, so maybe that did wade into the call, but yeah, it's just really, really, really hard with the line to have bluffs here. And we're going to go straight to the reaction of Phil Hellmuth after he sees the cards.
The mad genius with the perfect river sizing gets a 50 ball out of Hellmuth on the Diamond River. This guy is incredible. And Hellmuth's done. He's done.
If I can't trap the crazy guy with ace king versus aces, I guess I'll just quit.
He's out of the game. A half-an-hour walk, comes back and loses a massive pot to the mad genius. And
I was so mad when I saw that flop. I was dead to 1 out.
And Berkey would have had a smaller flush.
Unlucky on the river.
Very unlucky.
And mad genius is right. That river cost him about 100,000.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. I wasn't.
You sure, Phil? The only way to get out of a hole is to keep digging.
And Robbie with the perfect needle.
Fuck, man. What is wrong with you?
Come on, Phil.
Hellmuth is gone.
Can I ask, can I lose a big pot and quit?
Man's got a decent point.
I mean, no?
Right? You got to find oil or water. Keep digging.
Robbie, just keep going. Hellmuth keeps coming back to the table. I think he might have forgot his phone charger or something, but they're going to need to turn the AC on because it is real steamy in there. Is Hellmuth going to play another hand, or is he just picking up? I'll tell you what, not the best week in LA for Phil.
Can't believe he's leaving.
This is the worst loss I've had.
This might be a record for him.
200? Second worst loss I've had in 15 years.
Wow, you heard it first.
Handling it well.
There he goes.
Phil,
He's
you left
gone.
25.
Phil, you want it.
Needles keep coming.
And some crazy, beautiful needles there and trash talk at the end by everybody at the table. But I mean, hey, I would be doing the same thing to Phil Hellmuth. If you did like this review here, check out this hand here at Hustlers Casino Live where Mariano plays a pot for almost $800,000.